Good morning, it's Kelly. How are you? It's Saturday morning. I've got a full day ahead of me and I want to show you all the skincare I use today, morning to nighttime and everything in between. I've got some lunch plans today with my cousins. I've got tons of errands and things to do and get done today, and I'm going to show you all of it. So if you're so ready, give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. In true lazy girl fashion, I put some sunscreen on my dirty, unwashed face this morning so that I could take my dog out for a walk. I don't want to wash my face too many times today, so I do have a layer of sunscreen on, and that's why I'm going to go in for the Beauty of Joseon Radiance Cleansing Balm this morning for my first cleanse. Yep, double cleanse in the morning because, you know, I've got some thick layers on right now. When I do this, I just make sure to wash my face as soon as I can to get that sunscreen off, and I don't break out as long as I am cleansing quickly and thoroughly. All right, now I'm going in for the Cerave Hydrating Foaming Oil Cleanser. I think I used this in last month's AM and PM skincare routine. I'm still chugging along on this bottle, and this is just going to break up any residue from the Beauty of Joseon Cleansing Balm. Ugh, that feels so good. Next up is the Cocokind Calming Magnesium Mist. I've been using this a lot as my first layer and sometimes in between skincare steps too. This definitely has a really nice calming and soothing effect on the skin with the magnesium, which is really great for the summer because sweat and heat can definitely irritate my skin. So I would like to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to put my contacts in next. And this one does not want to go in. Like, nope, he's not going in. Second try is a charm. Booyah, got it. So next up is the Make Preme Relief Essence Toner, my all-time favorite toner forever and ever and ever. Amen. And you know, this is a real life skincare routine because I am drinking my coffee in between layers. I'm putting my contacts in between layers. This is real life. This is not curated for content. So I usually put 2 layers of toner on, and with this toner, because it is so replenishing, it's really amazing for dehydrated skin. That's really all that I need. It really makes my skin feel so good. Next up, the Farmacy Honey Milk. I really like this one, especially in the summer, because it's got this really beautiful plumping gel texture. You know, it's not like that milky, creamy kind of toner that you might be used to when you think of a milk toner. It's much more gel-like. It definitely has some body to it. It's very hydrating, really plumps up the skin, but there's just that little kiss of that honey-like moisture right at the top of your skin. And that's amazing for fighting dehydration, which I am prone to in the summer, mostly because of air conditioning. Where I live, it is quite humid, and that can be great for my dehydrated combo skin. That humidity can be very friendly, right? But the air conditioning is very dry. While that essence sinks into my skin, I'm going to brush my teeth. Now, if you are prone to irritation around your chin or your lips, you may want to brush your teeth before you wash your face. Sometimes the whitening agents in toothpaste can cause some irritation. I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants, especially, like I said, this is a real life skincare routine. I am running out of time. I am making the most of my skincare time and my getting ready time today, and I just completely forgot. So next I'm going to use the Allies of Skin Copper Tripeptide and Ectoin Advanced Repair Serum. What a name. I really like this. I did use this in the last full day skincare routine as well. You notice not a lot actually changes for me. I'm pretty consistent unless I'm testing new products. It is wildly expensive. This was gifted to me by the brand. I've been happy with the results of this. It's got a really nice, refreshing gel texture that does make it really nice for summer mornings. I think that's why I've been sticking with it consistently. This is Neostrata, the Intensive Eye Therapy Eye Cream. I've also been using this one for quite a while now, and I really do like it. There is a proprietary peptide blend in here that is really good for helping to target fine lines, wrinkles, skin elasticity, and firmness, but it also uses a very good amount of bakuchiol in it as well, which I find really beneficial for me. It really helps to keep the discoloration around my eye area under control. I do tend to get kind of a red-orange kind of discoloration around my eye area. Not blue-based, but this definitely does help to keep things bright and fresh. Next up, controversial step. A lot of people were questioning this in the last video. Stratia Lipid Gold mixed in with the Aromatica Aromatica Rosehip oil. Oil in the morning in the summer, really? And for me, really, it really works for me. Something about the barrier care aspect of Stratia Lipid Gold with the ceramized cholesterol fatty acids really helps to strengthen up my skin, especially when I'm prone to dehydration. And then the oil, the fatty acid profile of the rosehip oil really actually seems to help with my T-zone and oil production. I'm not recommending that everybody go out and start using oil and extra creams in their morning skincare routine and not in the summertime. I'm just saying this is what works for me, and I'm not recommending that everybody go out and try it, but just weirdly, it works. So as that sinks into my skin, I am going to go in for my allergy care. This is my off-brand allergy nasal spray. It works really well to keep my sinuses clear and not all pressurized. And then I'm going to be using Pat a Day eye drops. These are so expensive, but they really work. Keep my eyes from being watery and itchy. But OMG, I already put my contacts in, so I can't use this allergy eye drop today. I told you this is real life. I'm not skipping out on my vitamin D either. This definitely is an important step in my morning routine. And my water is in the other room, so I'm going to go get that so I can take my vitamin D. Moving on and finishing up with moisturizer, Cerave Moisturizing Cream. I like this one for summer mornings. It is a bit more occlusive and a little bit more medium weight, but it's not super greasy. And I really like the finish of this. It dries very quickly. It has a really nice finish for makeup too, which I'm going to be doing next. So again, I'm not recommending everybody go in for medium to heavyweight creams for their combo skin. It's just something that works for me. And while my moisturizer is sinking into my skin, I'm just going to use my tongue scraper because dental hygiene is so important. Going back in for that Haruharu Moisture Airyfit Daily Sunscreen. I've been really liking this one for the summer. It is a little bit more protective. It's got a little bit more UVA protection than some of my favorite K-beauty sunscreens do. And so this has just been really great for the high UV days of summer. It has a really nice finish to it for makeup application as well. Almost has like a primer-like finish to it that seems to really work for me. And I am going to be doing some makeup later on. Now this bottle, it's an airless pump. I'm getting towards the bottom and you see it's not actually coming out. So flip it upside down. This is called priming the pump, and this just actually helps to get that airless pump to work better for you, get more product out of the tube. When I put my sunscreen on, I always work in zones. I usually start at my forehead and really concentrate on getting every little part of my forehead, especially up into the hairline. And then I'll start working down into my cheeks, into my chin. And I find that this helps me be a little bit more thorough than just sort of mindlessly slapping it on. Because when I do that, I totally miss spots. Now for my neck and chest, which will be exposed today, I'm going to use the Medic 8 Advanced Day Ultimate Protect Sunscreen. So I'm switching sunscreens now because I get sent so many products. This was sent to me by the brand, and I don't like to waste. This sunscreen in particular, I didn't love it on my face. It does have a nice texture, though. It's very lotion-like, very elegant. It does smell a little bit like sunscreen, but that smell goes away. And so I just like to use these sunscreens up in any way that I can. And this is another airless pump that is towards the end of the bottle, trying to put it upside down, and I'm failing miserably. It's kind of awkward to do this and make sure that it gets caught on camera, but that is a really great trick for any of your airless pumps that you have that stop pumping and there's still product in the bottle. Just turn that upside down. All right, all done with the skincare portion. I'm gonna go change and we're gonna do some hair and makeup. So it is hot, hot, hot today. I am going in for my summer uniform of a sundress. This is the best way to stay cool in my opinion. This one I got from American Eagle, and I think it's super just cute. I love the pattern with the little embroidery detail at the bottom. But that pesky air conditioning always gets in my way, so I will be bringing a cardigan with me when I'm inside because my arms always get cold, and I've had this Madewell cardigan for 5 years. It really holds up, great quality. So my hair is freshly washed. I did it last night. That's another one of my lazy girl tricks that I always share with you. But I did wash my hair last night. So the products I used was the Shiseido Tsubaki Premium Repair shampoo and conditioner. That it would be the gold bottles. And then I do use the Unove Deep Damage Treatment on my hair. So usually what I do is I put the Shiseido in the top portion of my hair, the conditioner, and then I'll put that deep conditioning mask from Unove on my ends. And I'll usually do that on every wash. And then like once a week, I'll use just the Unove Deep Damage Treatment mask on my hair, like just that alone. But I do find that it helps to keep my ends in good shape when I just put a little bit on the ends on each wash. And then I did use the Kerastase Glaze drops, which I've been obsessed with, when I dried my hair last night. And that not only brings a lot of softness and manageability and smoothness to my hair, as well as a really beautiful shiny finish, it does seem to help fight the frizz as well, which is really nice, especially with the humidity outside. It's going to help my hair. It's not going to help my curls stay necessarily, but it's just going to help cut down on the frizz. Now, speaking of curls, that's how I'm going to be styling my hair today. This is what I do in humidity. My hair tends to hold a curl pretty well. Even in the humidity, when my curls fall, they do tend to fall with just like a pretty wave to them. So I work with the weather when it comes to humidity and hairstyling. So this is just kind of how I've always styled my hair. And I love singing to my music as I am putting the waves into my hair, because what else are you going to do, right? So I usually curl my hair just a little bit tighter than I want it to look, because it will start to fall, like I said, with the humidity and everything. I'm just working with the weather here. So moving along with some makeup, I'm going to do my brows next, just using a spoolie to brush them up and give them a little bit of a shape, a little straighter shape. And then I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Brow Blade. And this is the pencil side of it. And I'm just kind of giving a little bit more of a straight shape, a little bit more direction to my eyebrows. And then I'm going in for Benefit Powmade Brow Powmade. This is the color 4.5. It's like a dark brown. And then I just use this to fill in my brows, give them a slightly bolder kind of a look to really help frame my eyes. Next, I'm going in for the Merit Complexion Stick. This is the color Oak. And this is kind of a cross between, I describe it like between a skin tint and like a concealer. It doesn't feel like full-on foundation. It definitely doesn't have the coverage of a full-on foundation, but it does kind of act like if you were to just put a little bit of concealer on your face and blend it outwards. It just kind of evens out, any discoloration, redness on the skin, but it really does let your natural skin shine through. I'm not using a primer today because, as I've mentioned, the Haruharu kind of has a primer-like finish to it, and I've been testing it out with this Merit Complexion Stick, and I'm not getting any creasing, caking, or like it's not splitting up on my face when I skip out on primer. So an extra layer skipped in the makeup step is kind of nice for summertime. So I just apply this to like the middle of my face, and then I just use a foundation brush to kind of buff it out. And again, I am really just going for that natural look today, just a little bit of evening out with my complexion, kind of covering up some of the redness I have around my nose and around my eyes, but I'm not looking for full coverage. And I'm using the translucent powder from Wake Make to set this. I am using a little bit of eye primer on my eyelids. This is the Urban Decay eye primer. I did not show it on camera because I am actually starting to get a bit nervous about the time. And I'm just trying to motor through this makeup look. This is the Tower 28 Serum Concealer, and the color I believe is EI. And this is just going over any areas where I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation that is peeking through the Merit Complexion Stick, and just tapping that in with a foundation sponge. Going in for the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude eyeshadow palette. This is like the only eyeshadow palette I've been using for over a year now. I'm going in for the color Fair first. I'm going to cover my eyelids with this kind of flesh colored matte eyeshadow. And I just do this because it helps to stop any kind of like eyeshadow transfer or for it to fade. I just find that it works better if I have a little bit of a kind of wash of eyeshadow on first. So now that that's done, I can go in with the detailer brush that I loaded up with that color Tender, which is a kind of medium matte brown color. It's a really nice eyeshadow palette because the browns aren't too red based, which I find does not work well with my complexion. foundation. They're very neutral browns. And so I'm just lining my lash line with this. This is kind of acting as my eyeliner today. Now I'm loading up another detailer brush with the color Silhouette. This is a much richer, darker brown, but it's still a matte. And I'm going to concentrate that on the lash line, but on like the last 3/4, the outer 3 corners of my lash line. And I am going to extend that out just a little bit, giving it a little bit of that baby wing. And then I just go back in with that original detailer brush. It's clean, and I just kind of like blend everything together and give a little bit more shape to the pigment. I'm using the cream bronzer from Rare Beauty. The color is Bright Side. And all I do is I just draw the number 3 on each side of my face. And then I just blend this in very quickly because I am starting to get very nervous about the time. I'm running out of time here. This just adds some definition, some contour to my face, as well as a little bit of warmth. Next, I'm using the cream blusher from Say. The color is Rosy. I do like these cream formulas, especially with the complexion stick and the bronzer and the blush. These just seem to work really well with my skin, with the dewiness that I build out with my skincare, but also because my combo skin is going to get a little oily, I'm going to get a little sweaty. The dewiness of everything just kind of all plays together really nicely. I am going to switch over to a powder highlighter though, because I do find like at least with the highlighter formulas, they do last longer on my skin in powder format. This is from Judy Doll, and this is, I believe the color is like champagne or like color number 1. I'll put it on the screen. I take a little bit of concealer, I put it right at the corner of my eye, and then I just blend that out to really sharpen up that little wing that I created with the eyeshadow. This is a great finishing touch, and it really makes the makeup look, in my opinion. This is the Water Lip Stain from Clarins. The color, I believe, is Red Water. Again, I'll put it on the screen. And this is a lip stain or a lip tint. So it is very watery. I do find it a little futzy to get it onto your lips just the right way because it stains your lips and it lasts like all day long. So this is the makeup look. You know, I'm really relying on my lips and brows to do a lot of the work for me, but I'm not going to wear mascara because that always smudges on me. OMG, I am obsessed with this Sniff perfume. It's called Crumb Couture, and it smells like the most sophisticated like croissant ever. It's like almond and vanilla. It smells so, so good, but not like sickly sweet. You know what I mean? It smells amazing, and it has a really good long-lasting scent. Now, one thing I did forget to do, which I'm about to remember in 1 second, is I do still like to curl my eyelashes even when I'm not wearing mascara. This is the Shu Uemura eyelash curler, and it is like one of the only eyelash curlers that actually will curl my stubborn straight lashes. And the curl does last throughout the day, which is really, really nice. So this gives me that more open eye look without having to use mascara. I am running so late, y'all, so let's do a very quick little fit check here. I love this dress. So, so flattering. Sweetheart neckline is really cute, and then popping those hot pink bra straps. Love it. Hair is looking good. It's starting to loosen up in the curl exactly how I want it to, and my makeup makes an impact without having a lot of layers. Oh, can't forget the crystal bracelet stack. Gotta keep yourself grounded. And I'm about to text my cousins that I'm running 5 minutes late because I absolutely am. So I definitely was 5 minutes late, but it was all okay. So I was super hungry. I'm not gonna lie, the food was a little bit mid. It was all right. It was all right. But I was hungry. I did treat myself to this dessert, but I love catching up with my cousins and talking about life. A few hours later now, I am running some errands. I'm at Target. I need to get just some random things, quite honestly. Follow me along, y'all. The air conditioning feels super nice because I am sweating today. So we got to find the right trash bags. Is this not a fun vlog? It's not very fun, but this is just real weekend life stuff, right? We gotta get the right trash bags here. Found them. Gotta stock up on the good oat milk creamer for coffee. I love this stuff. and my favorite Greek yogurt, which is kind of expensive, but it's worth it. After Target, I stopped at my P.O. box. This is where I get all my gifting from brands and everything. Not a big one today. Everybody at the post office knows my name because I get so much stuff sent there. Sometimes I even have to take the wheelie cart out to my car. It's kind of embarrassing, not gonna lie. So I've been carrying the VT PDRN Sun Packed with me, and this is just for reapplying over makeup like I'm wearing today. It's probably not the best coverage, quite honestly, but I'm a big, believer in something is better than nothing. I also carried the Beauty of Joseon Matte Sun Stick with me. You saw me carrying this last summer, and I am carrying another one with me this summer. I like to use this to apply on the tops of my hands especially, but I can also use it for any exposed areas that need more sunscreen on them, like my legs. I did put the Medic 8 sunscreen on my legs this morning. I didn't show that on camera because it was just too fiddly and I was running out of time, but I can feel my legs are just, the sun is just right on top of them right now. Some other stuff I carry with me, the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast hand cream. Anytime I wash my hands, I put moisturizer on. And then I also like the Laneige Glowy Lip Balm. I've been carrying this one in my purse for a long time. Ooh, y'all, I am back. It has been a super long day. It is straight up 11:23 right now at night. I came back from all those errands. It was late. I had a lot of cleaning to do and making dinner and all of that. And so, yeah, this is just when I'm washing my face. So my makeup did fade, but kind of in an attractive way. I honestly think the lip tint lasted. So I'm actually going to quickly jump in the shower. I am not washing my hair, but I got to get all that sunscreen off my body, and I'll be right back. Okay, I feel so good and refreshed from that quick shower. So I'm going to use the Beauty of Joseon Radiance Cleansing Balm to get my makeup off tonight. Now, yes, logically, it would have made sense for me to put this cleansing balm on my face when I jumped into the shower, right? Yes, it would have. It would have made sense for me to wash my body and my face all at the same time. But did I want to set the camera up for the shower? Do you know how much more time that would have taken me? So I decided to be a little bit silly tonight and I wanted to show you how I wash my face. Normally I would have done it in the shower, but I'm doing it now out of the shower. If it's not broke, don't fix it. This is the Cerave Foaming Cleansing Oil. Again, same one I used in the morning. This is not like an oil cleanser that breaks down your makeup. It's just a foaming cleanser. There's a little squalene in here, but it's a foaming cleanser. Going back in for the Make Preme Relief Essence Toner. I run a little bit of it down my neck, and then I'm going to do some more neck care. And just like with the Medic 8 sunscreen, I usually just use up the products that have been sent to me that didn't quite work on my face. They usually work good for my neck and chest. So tonight I'm going to use the Vino Perfect Serum from Caudalie. This is like a brightening serum. I really like the texture of it. It's got this really beautiful, runny, milky texture. It's not super greasy, so it's perfect for my neck and chest, which cannot handle the amount of moisture and layers that my face can. Going in for my second layer of the Make Preme Toner. And then I'm going to go in for the Cetaphil Moisturizing Cream. I use this as a body moisturizer. And so that's going to seal in the serum I put on my neck and chest, but also for my arms and legs and everything else. Now, sometimes you all ask me, like, how much time do I take in between my skincare steps, like that I put on my face, before I go in for my next layer? And my answer is it usually depends. So there's a bit of humidity tonight from the weather, but also because I ran the shower, there's humidity here in the bathroom. So my skincare layers aren't absorbing as fast as they do when it's not quite as humid. And I will be going off camera to do the rest of my moisturizing, and I'm going to change. All right, I am back, baby. And isn't this exciting? I have a fresh bottle of the Mary & May Vegan Blackberry Complex Cream Essence straight out of the box. And I'm going to take that little plastic stopper right out of the top right there. Boop. Yep, this is so satisfying. I love this. I was using the Dr. Cercle Vegan Kombucha Tea Essence. It just emptied. So I'm switching over to this one. It is a 2-layer essence. There's a hydrating portion and then this cream portion. And I love that you get to mix them together. So this offers a nice amount of creamy moisturization, but because it's mixed with that hydrating layer, it's so much lighter. And this is a good one, I find, for summer weather. together. I like to use it in my nighttime routine when I want just a little bit more moisture than, say, the Farmacy that I used in the morning, the Farmacy Honey Milk. This offers just a little bit more creaminess without a lot of weight. Next, I'm going to use the Aborian Skin Therapy Eye Cream. I just started using this about a week or two ago, and I like it. It does have a thicker cream texture, which I do prefer for nighttime. My under eye area, as I've mentioned many times, can get very dry, even in the summer, and that is just due to my eye allergies. And I put this on before my retinaldehyde just to create a little bit of a protective barrier around that delicate eye area, because I don't want to get that aggressive retinoid too close to that delicate skin. So I'm going to be using Paula's Choice Pro Retinaldehyde Dual Retinoid Treatment, which you know I absolutely adore and has done super amazing things for my skin. I am obsessed with this. So I just do one pump, and kind of like the sunscreen, I work in zones, and that really helps to get the most out of that pump. And as I mentioned, that eye cream just helps to protect the areas I don't want to put the retinoid in, where I could potentially get some irritation. But I've been using this cream for not quite a year. I think we're going on 11 months now, and my skin tolerates it beautifully, but you always want to be careful. And as I mentioned, this is a real nighttime routine. So since I showered, I'm going to put on my deodorant, which is best put on at nighttime. And Stratia Lipid Gold and the Aromatica Rosehip oil make a return. I do one pump of liquid gold and about 3 drops of the rosehip oil mixed in together. Again, keeps my barrier strong, fights the dehydration. And again, I forgot to brush my teeth before I washed my face, but we just roll with it. And I love my Cocoa Floss. They rebranded to Cocoa Labs, so the floss from Cocoa Labs, I like the coconut oil flavor. It does actually have like a coconut sort of flavor to it. I've really been liking the Hydra Boost Lip Sleeping Mask from Neutrogena. It's really just like a thick lip balm, long lasting. So I really like this one to keep my lips moisturized. And then I'm going to finish off tonight with the Iliune Ceramide 8.0 Concentrate Cream. Before you ask, this is the older formula. So no, I don't know how the new one works just yet. I did order it. It's on its way to me, and I will be doing a review letting you know because it was reformulated earlier this year. So I will let you know what changes I'm noticing and what I think about the new formula, but I'm not able to do that for you just yet. All right, taking my hair down now that the routine is over. I've actually had it up in this bun for quite a few hours, honestly. And you see what I mean about the curls just kind of like working with the humidity and the way that they fall, and I still get a nice amount of wave. That's exactly what happened here. So you see the curls have lost a lot of their definition, but I do still have quite a bit of volume and wave to my hair. And I will tell you, now that I'm recording this voiceover a few days later, I got a really good second day out of this hair, and I didn't have to style it at all because the waves just relaxed down really pretty right after I slept. I'm really excited to take my contacts out. It's been a long day, and my eyes are feeling a little bit dry. This is the Refresh Optive 3. This is like an omega-3. You know I love my fatty acids. It's like a fatty acid eye drop. And these are, I just completely missed my eyeball. It happens, especially when you're trying to do it on camera. These are really, really hydrating. They feel so good for dry eyes. So my trick for my eye drops is I pull out my outer lid and kind of create a little pocket, and I put the eye drop right in that pocket. So if you've ever done what I did just before, which is completely miss your eyeball, try that. And that's it. You know, it's 12:15 now as I'm turning the camera off. I will be honest, that is a little bit longer than my nighttime routine usually takes me, but because I had to set up the camera and everything, you know, it takes a little bit of time. But I feel so refreshed, getting all that sweat and sunscreen off of my body, washing the makeup off, getting my contacts out. My skin feels so refreshed, so moisturized, so comforted. I'm just feeling really great right now. I had a fantastic day. It was long, but it was a great day, and I'm so glad that you could follow me along. So thank you so much. I love you. I just want to encourage you to keep shining your light, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Good night.